Welcome to Wonderful Worlds, Episode 1. Narrated by me. Welcome, 154 million years ago, in the Morrison Formation of the United States. A land full of dinosaurs, both big and small. Here we see a Dryosaurus as it drinks from a lake. It appears to, however, have been separated from its herd. Now, whether this has anything to do with something in the background is unknown. Meanwhile, off in a conifer forest, we have a Diplodocus who has been separated from his herd. Normally, Diplodocus would not be found this far into the forest, but they have been on this one instance. The Diplodocus, however, will likely be able to find its herd once again, as they are some of the largest animals. Here we have another lone Diplodocus. This one, however, is in a much farther land compared to where the other Diplodocus is. And these are stegosaurs. They are, right now, socializing with each other. They likely lived in herds to protect against predators such as Allosaurus. You may also have noticed the Camarasaurus. They are a relative of the larger Brachiosaurus. And here we have Allosaurus, the king of the Morrison Formation, the titanic ruler of this land. This was not the top predator, however. There were other predators who coexisted in this environment, such as Ceratosaurus, Torvosaurus, and Saurophaganax. But right now, there are none of those in the area. Here we have another Dryosaur, wandering through the forest vegetation. Meanwhile, in that same conifer forest, we see a stegosaur separated from its herd. Now, this stegosaur, for unknown reasons, has wandered away. Perhaps it lost a duel with a rival male. This is an assemblage of some of the sauropods from the Morrison Formation, such as Camarasaurus and Diplodocus. We then go to another Allosaurus. This one slightly different from the other, likely a male. It's hunting. Whether it will find its prey, that is up to nature. Allosaurus was an excellent predator. Right now, the weather is much more prosperous for this predator, as sometimes the Morrison Formation becomes a dry scrubland. The Allosaurus appears to have found prey in the form of Dryosaurs. However, it appears to be not hungry enough to give up the effort to try to chase one down. The Dryosaurs have escaped. For now. It's begun to rain, something which at the current time is quite common for the Morrison Formation. And who knows, it could signal food for the allosaur. The stegosaurs appear to have migrated into the conifer forest, almost as though the stegosaur who was alone in here was actually a leader, searching for new lands for them to graze, likely to avoid the sauropods. However, they're not alone. The Allosaurus attacks. However, it's not going to take down any one of these stegosaurs that are beside it, as these stegosaurs are not weak. The allosaur must find a stegosaur who won't put up too much of a fight. So it continues to wander. Perhaps it will find food. The rain has stopped, and on this riverbed, the Allosaurus appears to have picked its prey. A lone stegosaur, far separated enough from the herd that it can attack. The stegosaur appears to have noticed, and in the stegosaur's mind, its best defense is offense. And so, the battle commences. The Allosaurus is analyzing the situation. The stegosaur readies itself for combat. The Allosaurus makes the first strike in order to try to weaken its foe. The stegosaur gets in another strike. However, the Allosaurus is especially designed for killing. It can use its mouth like a hatchet. And it appears to have done enough to this poor old stegosaur. The stegosaur is dead. Allosaurus gets its prey. Meanwhile, there is still a lone diplodocus wandering a lakeshore. This has been the Morrison Formation. Next episode, we shall visit the early Cretaceous.